Jesus. I am sorry about that. Oh, what happened? It just came out of nowhere and the whole thing just went broke. That was entirely on Twitch's side, by the way. That was nothing to do with me. So, thanks for that, Twitch. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. We were right in the middle of a beautiful little cutscene. That cut me right off. I don't know if that was an automatic update on Twitch's side or something like that, but, yeah, I'm going to choose to ignore it. I've got a beautiful game in front of me. Oh, she's going to run into a lord in the streets. Oh, wow. These illusions of fantasy. Boy, you know, I hope everything goes good for her and things don't turn out in tragedy, otherwise that'd be really sad. Hello, Wings. And I bet you anything that's a family member of hers. So stern. Putting expectations back where they ought to be, as it were. Oh, sounds like somebody has a little bit of bitter regret, don't they? Oh, thank you so much, Cinder. I was really heartbroken about that. That was so stupid. I don't know if that was a Twitch update or something that absolutely screwed over my connection. But, Eric, that is so annoying. But let's never mind that. Back into it. We're enjoying more Baten Kaitos. Call it a small blip of the entirety of things. Make sure that's all good. Yep. Oh, you redid the OBS setup, huh? Yeah, same here. It should be good now, yeah. I imagine it's probably just an update. And Lord knows I've been having problems with that sort of shit for a good little bit now. I mean, I wasn't on for a little bit because I had issues with the internet service provider that I had to iron out. But it's all good now. Oh, poof! There goes those wings. Missed your virtual face. I missed seeing everybody too. You know, Twitch is a nice place. Got a good community here. Oh, so even she understands that, even at her age, you know, she's gonna daydream. I think that's fair. Good clap back. Good response, lady. I love how we're just kind of standing here in the middle of all this, like a little family affair going on. It's like, nope, the pals. And it's like, no, I want to daydream about boys in the city and life outside. Callus just over there like, well, this is a conversation. I've been playing Ganbare Goemon RPGs. Those are so good. Ganbare Goemon, I think as of late, doesn't get a lot of attention, and that's kind of sad, and I know why it happened, considering the fact that Ganbare Goemon 3 and 4, and then the one that they have on the PS1, they weren't really all that great compared to the first and second one, and then the titles that they had on the N64, which is really a shame. They have quite an amazing character, and I think it could have been just as big as some of the other mascots that they have in Japan. You know, I think that it could have really gotten to be parodious levels of famous, but there's some bad directions on how they made the games there. Also, I found out that there was a huge debacle about the translation of the third Ganbare Goemon Mystical Legend, or Mystical Ninja game that was on the SNES. Apparently somebody got really attacked over translating it, and that's the reason why we don't have the full translation. It's because there was some serious drama in the community about it. It might have gotten into some uncomfortable subjects that just kind of pushed people over the edge. Which is very unfortunate. You know? Yeah. Very disparaging, very sad. I hate to see that translators in the industry, you know, get that flack, to be honest, especially when one of my good friends, Lazarus DS, who's been having a very hard time with the industry, get flack like that. You guys should go check out Lazarus DS on Twitch, Twitter. Yeah, find him around. He is sporadically online. I won't have any illusions about that, that's for sure. But he does a lot of good work. He worked on Phantasy Star Online 2, which is really cool. He's worked on a lot of big projects. You know, that's very cool. Yeah, API error. He probably hasn't been on in a long time, so that's the reason why there's API error. You know? Or maybe his account got removed. No, wait a minute. I think the underscore is probably not there anymore. Try it again without the underscore. That's probably how it is. But I digress. You know, translators get a lot of schlack these days, apparently. And from what I knew last time, one of the clients that he had was kind of, you know, stringing him along. Which really sucks. Oh, but I digress. Enough about the bad stuff that's been going on. I have Baten Kaitos to be playing, and I am so happy for it. Work, 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 as it is in a small village. You work for your meals. You work for your meals. You always digress, but you never livegress. But I do progress. Yes. Oh, it was fun. A little bit of a look into what it's like to, you know, be in a village like this. Not all glamour and glitz. Capital poop is in the bucket. They smell just as bad as you might expect. You know, game just kind of casually tapping you on the shoulder there, like, hey, you know, I know you love the game and everything, but that's animal poop. Maybe stand away from the animal poop. Take a look behind you. Those prancers sure are something, right? And how? Look at the... Just look at how cool those look. I love that. Common horse is no match for its standout strength. Oh, so these are a little bit more vibrant in how they move about. You know, they kind of look like a Kelpie when it comes to mythology. I wonder if they took inspiration from that. Oh, yeah. If you're looking for aesthetic, try Crescendo made sure that you're going to have that within the atmosphere of this game. Is there anything on the wall over here that I might have neglected? Yes, there is. Pot is filled with freshly squeezed milk. It smells sweet and delicious. If we had some kind of container, we'd be able to carry this. Ah, another place to go back to. You require containers for carrying liquids. How about that? A game that actually says, hey, what are you going to do? Just put it into your hands? It's smart. It's so smart. Oh. That Mimai they've been talking about, yeah? Well, I'm glad to be up and walking around too. It's better than being dead. Oh, cute. And there we are, guys. That's the cute little mascot of the game that we're going to enjoy. Mimai. Love Mimai. So far along in the list, you've hit the G's alphabetically, but you'd say Dragon Warrior 3 and 4, Final Fantasy 3, and Crystallis. That's a bit of a hard one. Are the favorites about what you've played so far? A lot of people don't share the sentiment on Dragon Warrior 3, which is funny to me. A lot of people love 4, but 3 seems to be a bit of an oddball in that case. Especially with 2. 2's a bit of a hard one when it comes to Dragon Warrior. And Final Fantasy 3 is a bit of a black sheep from what I've heard from a lot of people, but I digress. I love Final Fantasy 3. That's a great entry in the series. Still, you know, everybody has their own favorites. I'm glad you found a few of your own, or something. It's important. In fact, it's a part of why I've been doing a lot of trailblazing and posting, you know, footage of games that I've found off of itch.io and whatnot. Always been trying to find something new, and one of the other games I've been playing that's been really cool lately has been on the PS2, I believe. It's called Evergrace. It's an Atlas title, I do believe. Or no, not Atlas, it's FromSoft, yes, the people who made Dark Souls. It's an interesting game, and mechanically it's a little bit niche, but if you can get into it, it's got really good music. Not as good as Baten Kaitos. Absolutely not, but, you know, I'm not going to pretend that, you know, good music is not good music just for the sake of loving something. Final Fantasy 3 would have went over great had it been ported over to America. Yeah, the timing was bad. I agree with you, Tiny Child. Mimai has stolen my heart immediately. Hey, there we go. A little integration for St. Patrick's Day. Apparently we've got a good amount of village drunks around here. You live in a lazy village like this out in the boonies. You're bound to have, you know, people going to drink for recreation. That's just fair. Yes, thank you for preventing us from dying, Mimai. Yeah, too cute. Tried to play Fire Emblem 1, played 3 missions, and went, we're good. Yeah, Fire Emblem is not for the weak of heart, especially the older titles. Especially with the permadeath mechanic, it might not be for all people, but, you know, that's how it is. You know what another tiny thing is that I love about this? You know, not that I haven't spoken enough about tiny things that I love, but the fact that many young children have their wings just out there, just kind of showing that, you know, because they have a lot of hopes and dreams, that it seems that, as the game has told us already, you know, wings of the heart being actual wings for you is influenced by your raw emotion and your feelings. Well, of course, that's going to be perfect for a kid, you know, to have them kind of sprung out all the time. What are kids, if not a whole bunch of raw emotion and feeling all the time? You grow into an adult, it kind of regresses, you get that sensibility. Once again, in-game explanation for why things are, giving us very good knowledge about how things work in the universe. Love it. Oh, this kid's gonna be a boxer. He's a regular Ippo no Hajime over here, I tell you. It's one of the animes I've been watching recently, but it's been really good. Just a solid choice for somebody who wants an anime that's, you know, got a good positive male role model kind of quality to it. But just something that's flashy, something that's got a lot of passion, and great animation, too. You know, no secret about it being really good. Not into boxing, but I got into Ippo. Yeah, you know, if you're not into boxing, Ippo is still pretty damn great. Hello! I spy with my little eye somebody who has some interesting color palettes. What's this guy shouting about? Ooh, Irishai to you too, my gosh. Don't let them mislead me, alright? Oh, shopkeeper. So a Magnus is created by extracting the magna essence of an object from its physical property and sealing it into a card. So that's how that works. They're basically taking physical things, they remove the essence within it, and it's transformed into a card that you can carry around and use at your discretion. And that's why Magnus is so popular within the world. Love it. I got Goemon on the brain, so you're going to need a Gambare Goemon emote. I highly urge that you go get yourself one, or Sunder. There's a few repositories online where you can go looking for that. Just type in Twitch emotes, and you can probably find a collection, you know. You'll be able to find it. Oh. You know, this is a conniving and snappy little shopkeeper here. He's really trying to put home the point of his stuff being of quality. Rule number 1. Buy your things from reputable sources. You ain't wrong about that. This is great. I love how this small village vendor is just really going at it to try and make a sale. I mean, that's how it's going to be. You know, if you don't do it, you're not going to sell anything, so props to him. Ooh, sale. Alright. Now you got me curious, man. What kind of beautiful magnets do you have in your collection? Lady who sells them ain't too spry, but the magnets we have are fresh as they come. Is that you in the background, or you within here? Oh, right. Here we are. Once again, artistry into this game, impeccable. Even the shops that you go into is just like, would you like a whole bunch of art right in front of your face? Wham! There it is. So the transitions between Goemon's look between those two NES RPGs. Yeah, they went from a very traditional Japanese style kabuki-like to the pineapple head look, which is more comical, and I think that was headed in a good direction for Goemon. But I mean, either or. I'd take both, to be honest. I like both. So I can rest my wings here, or I can shop, so neat. I just kind of, you know, have myself a little bit of a rest within the shop. Sit down, take a break, recover HP. Not that I really need to, but I think that's nice. So, what do you have? Okay. Stock seems to be fair enough. Oh yeah, Bisumaru has issues. I do not trust Bisumaru. He might be good as a ninja, but the man has compunctions and such. He makes me worried. Let's see. I don't really have a lot of gold at the moment here. Also, my controller is absolutely freaking out. I don't know why it's doing that. One sec. You know, if I do need to get a new controller, I don't want to, you know, feel so freaked out about that either. That's not bad. But I might have a little bit of drift I have to work with. Yeah, whatever. So I could get some shish kebabs. I can't really get any of this other Magnus around here. Well, I could get that safety hood that has a defense of 10. It's not bad, to be honest. Long swords, wheat crackers, bamboo shoot. These are all pretty good, but I don't know. I think I'll probably wait for a little bit until I actually buy something. Thank you, kind lady. Alright, you on the bridge. What's your deal? You could say so. Ooh, ancient ruins. Do I see a call to adventure in my video game? Oh, interesting looking folk. They look like guards of some such. Oh, she has to go just before we even introduced ourselves. Darn. Ruby fumbled the ball there, Callus. As usual, Mimai stealing the show with being absolutely adorable. Oh, and the kid has a name. Sitter. Japanese is the prettiest language, or I'm just a weeb? Well, there are a lot of beautiful languages out there. I know Spanish can be quite something at times. I know that there is a preference among people, but yeah, I could agree that Japanese is a very beautiful language. Oh, cursed woods. That's just perfect for a guy like me to go into, you know? Excuse me, tiny child? Mungo Forest, eh? Yeah, we could go take a look, but before we do that, I was told that the mayor was looking for me, and I believe this area here would probably be where he is, yeah? What do you have to say? Oh, they heard about us getting wiped out over there. Boy. Just as it is, news travels very fast in a small village. Takes only a few minutes on foot to get to the forest west of this village. My boyfriend and I'd like to meet there in secret. Ah, scandalous. Oh, wait a minute. A sweet yet sour smell wafts your way from the barrel. These barrels, I wonder if there's anything interesting in any of them. I wonder if perhaps, too, we're not just taking from the barrels because that wouldn't be right. Yeah, we are still entertaining the trope of just barging into houses, you know, we'll do that. And konnichiwa to you too, lady. Oh, gosh. Somebody passes out into the forest and the tiny village just goes abuzz. That's... Again, that's perfect. You know? Even the smallest of news will travel far from in a JRPG village like this. Additions to being a JRPG hero. Number 1, be a klepto. Number 2, smash every pot you find. We fulfill some of that, but... Oh, Gran, you're so nice to us. It's not a good old small village unless it has a very, you know, wonderful and caring Gran, you know? It's also a requirement for these types of places. You gotta have yourself, you know, a village chief that, you know, is responsible, We've got the cheeky youngster off over near Mimai, of course. We've got the girl who's absolutely bored of village life. It's a typical village, really. Oh, shit just got grim. Tonal whiplash. Is everybody okay? Your neck's fine? To tell you the truth, I don't have anybody to go back to. Callus does not have family anymore. Rough. Damn, Callus, you're really bumming out Gran. I'm not sure if I can abide by that. Just be a little nicer, a little gentler towards her. Ay. Even so, just being top-tier kind of Gran or Sunder. Gotta love Grandma. She's absolutely full of faith and hope. That's great. See, the dichotomy between just having a whole bunch of NPCs that have flavor text to them and then some things where you can go in and have a legitimate, proper conversation within the context of the universe, that's stellar. Even so, in fact, this is starting to sound like a bit of prophesizing to a point. Wow. That's some wise words there, Gran. Really stunned the hell out of Callus, too. Oh! And the trope of indulging an old lady with a little bit of, conversation and company. And she's all like, oh, hey, you need something for traveling. Ooh, Gran's special recipe. That is a treasure. Are you sure? Now, really, if you get a special recipe from one of your elderly, I'm talking like even an IRL, serious treasure we're about to be given here. You've obtained the Magnus, the medium shish kebab. Oh, Gran. You cherish Grandma's recipe. Damn it. You should. You absolutely should. Sunder in chat here is absolutely right about that. Those handcrafted recipes that are handed down from family are some of the best things that you'll ever find in the world. Well, bless my heart, that was heartwarming. I don't know about you guys, but I feel fuzzy inside just from talking to Gran there. My oh my. Dishes are lined up neatly, but a few stains remain on them. Scrubbing carefully must not be her forte. It's not us that's saying us. That's Callus's point of view. And Callus can be, bit of a dick. Bit of a dick sometimes, but, I'll make some of my delicious cream stew. I need milk. Where's the milk? Ah, she's out of milk. She has to keep an eye on the pot. Oh, this is starting to sound like a side quest. Hey, big hugs to everybody in chat, especially you, Sunder. You do a lot of good work in the Twitch community, streaming so often and doing a lot to be a presence in the community. Don't think I don't notice, You might be on at times I'm not be able to, come around and whatnot, but we do appreciate it, If only there was someone who could bring me milk from the stable. Oh, lady, please look behind yourself. I am quite literally a man capable of doing side quests. Standing over here like, turn around. You see, many books on cooking cream stew cooking tips seems to be especially well read. Ah. Well, when we get back from the break, we'll be playing more Baten Kaitos, but until then, we'll be thinking of ways to make sure that this wonderful milk stew is prepared for Gran, who was so kind to give us a medium shish kebab for our travels. What a lovely lady. But in the meantime, we'll be back in just a moment. We'll see you then, folks. Hello everyone. Welcome back Thank you for once again joining me on this most auspicious day of days, upon where we get to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, and also get to celebrate the fact that we are playing one of the most beautiful and well-made JRPGs within existence. That might not be the opinion of everybody, but I do carry it firmly within my heart. So, once again, welcome back to the tavern. Let's get back to Baten Kaitos, shall we? Now, I have a lady over here who needs to find some milk. I know where the milk is. I just require a vessel. Whenever I can find that. Becoming the perfect wife. You flip open a random page, listen to and obey your husband's every whim. Yikes. Yikes exactly. Why? What kind of a book? Ay, ay, ay. Evil, 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 evil. Drawer is filled to its limit with clothes. Not a sock more can fit. Yeah, I'd say that's fair. If you're living in a small village like this, if you get a hole in something, you sew it back up and you keep it for as long as you can. Oh, there's something in the drawer. You've obtained a Magnus Dark Flare, level 1. Ah, magical Magnus. If I remember correctly, I cannot use that just yet. Oh, hold up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, for the most part, that's not something that I can use personally. I wonder. Also, I don't know why my controller is going off like crazy like that. Kind of weird. Let's see. Ah, here we go. Yeah, this is an attack Magnus with a darkness element to it, but I can't use it. Interesting. We'll just have to see what that'll be used for in the future. Trying unplugging the controller and plugging it back in, I did that. I think there's just a little bit of controller drift on this controller. It's one of those things that happens when you buy an Xbox controller. You get a little bit of drift after a while, and then there's not much you can really do about it. Might be time that I get myself a new controller, to be honest. I'll have to look into that. Hey, Mimai, what's up, buddy? Squeak, squeak. Yeah, that'll do. Squeak, 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 squeak. Looks happy, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. Can I talk to the Mimai? I can, and that makes the game perfect. Ah. Look at this guy. Aged, stern-looking. He must be the village elder. Hello, sir. Oh, you're finally awake. That's another one of those things that I really love, is when my inflections talking to an NPC are mimicked by the text within the game. Now that is integration and an immersion, I'll tell you that much. Don't worry about what's already happened, Yavilla. Feel free to stay in this village to heal your wounds for as long as you need. What a lovely mayor. You know, concerning village mayors, I've met some real dinguses in the past. Y'all want to talk about Breath of Fire 1? Thank you very much. I'll strongly insist that you never go near Moongal Forest again. Well, I'm about to not listen to that. Sorry. Heard rumors of meddlers from Barkeep snooping around that forest without permission. Oh. Neither you nor those blockheads understand that Moongal Forest must not be disturbed. An ancient, hideous monster slumbers deep within that forest. Ooh, village rumors. Love it. Oh, Breath of Fire 1. If I recall correctly, was it Breath of Fire 1 or Breath of Fire 2, where you're basically thrown out of your village for being cursed? Or no, wait a minute, it's Secret of Mana. Sorry about that. I'm totally mixing up my old-style SNES JRPGs. Yeah, no. It was one of the Mana games that the village elder is just like, oh, you're cursed! We gotta throw you out of the village! My bad. My bad, guys. I gotta be careful about what I say. I know how intense some of you guys on Twitch get about Breath of Fire. These days, even the forest animals seem uneasy. Now is not the time to meddle in places you don't belong. That's a fair but stern warning. Now then, let me see what's in your stuff. Somber colors for the mayor and his wife. Yeah. Underwear. Danny Raid. How to be a great village mayor. This book is in excellent condition. It's almost as if it's never been opened. There's something wedged in between the books. And I love this is how you find Magnus. Just, it'll be in the strangest of places, especially wedged in between books. Because they're cards. It's literally where you're going to be finding a lot of the stuff. Just under beds, in bookcases, that sort of thing. Like, where else would somebody put a card in real life? There you go. Oh, if we had some kind of container, we'd be able to carry fire as well. A lot of different things that we could put into a Magnus format. Ceramic dolls made in the likeness of the mayor and his wife. Oh, cute. Still, I wonder if I can find some sort of a vessel somewhere to carry stuff. So far, there hasn't really been any note of, anywhere I can find something like that, unfortunately. What about you, lady? Ah, another youth disillusioned by village life. And again, wish they were living in Furcat. Furcat. Everybody's so enchanted by Furcat. It ain't anywhere around here, I'll tell you that much, lady. Alright. You there, woman. What do you have? Do you have any containers? Not likely, unfortunately. See, I'm a little bit curious about the fact that there's a small side quest they have going on around here where there is a lady looking to try and get some milk. I'd almost wonder if I could find a container somewhere that I could probably use. That might be hidden in the background somewhere. Perhaps in Larry Cush's area. No, it doesn't really seem like it. A lot of stuff that Larry Cush has around here, I would imagine it's just all for medical use, so on and so forth. I wonder if I can ask about the doctor a little bit more now. Not yet. Too bad. Yeah, I'm kind of curious now. I wonder how well this actually plays with a keyboard. You're kidding me! Wow! My pause button right there. This actually plays really good on the keyboard. Who would have thunk it? An actual GameCube to PC port with controls that don't completely suck. I'm amazed. You know what? I'm actually going to disconnect my controller and use PC controls. Like, that is fine by me. Oh yeah, we've already talked to her. Do what you gotta do. I'm just astounded by the fact that they've actually got themselves a port that somehow is just as good on the controller as it is on keyboard and mouse. Keyboard and mouse is usually a mess when it comes down to it. When I'm playing games like Dark Souls, stuff like that, I prefer to use the controller because the keyboard is near unusable for me in that sort of a situation. But this is pretty good. Like, I'm getting the hang of just how all this works, but yeah, no, tab opens up all your stuff. Right click is accept, left click is deny. Or no, well, left click is accept, right click is deny. This is great! I'm so stunned. Can I just like... Oh, holy crap, yes I can. Wonderful. You know, it's definitely something that I wasn't expecting, but I guess I'm going to be playing this on keyboard and mouse. What the heck, hey? Hehehe, I love animals. You ever pet a pow, you'll find some more in the stable. They're not as smart as Mimai, but pows and prancers are clever animals too. Help my parents take care of them until they're ready to be shipped to Perkad. I love my pals. I hope the people in Perkad treat them nicely. Ooh. Poor little guy probably doesn't know that they're getting chopped up for meat. Oh no, poor Cedar. Right. One more little look-see around here. I mean, that's the milk over there, but I don't have a container of any sort. That's really too bad. Well, maybe that's something we'll have to come back and see too, once we actually find a container of some sort. But for now, it's time to leave the village. You and me, Callus, you and me.
この村の連中はあの森のことをやたら恐れてるみたいだが気にすることはない
Man, that's awfully cocky for somebody who got his crap kicked in just 2 seconds ago, but I mean, good to have confidence there, Callus.
ただの迷信さそんなの何大丈夫だって今度は油断しないから
Yeah, that's it's quite the oh boy. It's quite the confidence. Oh man, but here we are. Welcome to one of many world maps that we can go through. And yet again, just look at it. I mean, what can I say other than this world map is literally an art piece? Somebody went through and drew and painted this. It's gorgeous. I'm going to be seeing a lot more gorgeous stuff like this in the future. Just really quite nice. So I can go to Nuki Valley, the south end, which seems to kind of lead into the area of what I assume might be Perkad. But let us follow the objective and move into Mungal Forest, shall we? Huh. Couple of nasty things through here immediately. It really does give off the vibe of somewhere you do not want to be caught. But I think this is probably our first taste of battle, so let's see how good that tends to be. Alright, here we go. Initial time infinite. Yeah, that's fair enough. I'd say that's pretty darn good. Oh man, just look at how gorgeous this is. The upgrade to it, gosh darn, I just love how beautiful and clean this UI is. I've seen the original. This is a stellar upgrade. can tell how many cards we have in our deck. We can see what we have for usage, right, available to us right away there. We've got some short swords. And it tells us how many cards I can use in a combo right now. 2 at the maximum for right now, but I use 2 short swords, 2, 4, 5. Got him! Jackpot! Receive your first prize. Very nice. So really the big thing about this is card comboing, making use of the cards that you got there, and we got ourselves a treasure! Very cool. A leather vest with a resistance to sleep and a defense of 8. Very nice. I wonder if I can put that into my deck right now. Well, let's see. I might not be able to use that just yet. Usually if I'm building a deck here, the stuff that we can use will come up on the right side, so... I wonder... Whoop, didn't mean to do that. Ah, yeah, this is for somebody else as well. We've been getting Magnus for someone else during the entirety of this. Looks like Dark Flare, Fire Burst, and a leather vest. So, certain Magnus can only be used by certain people. Interesting. I'm sorry, I heard the background music just pop out of nowhere. Once again, gorgeous OST. It is verily understandable how received this was back in the day, and it has only gotten better with time. Veritasu, my friend, if you're still here, I must say you are a lucky man to have been able to have this as your background music for your dorm room. Really, just an enchanting type of music. Let's explore more of the dungeon here, as it were. What we got? You've obtained the Magnus Voice Level 1. Oh, that's a fun card. Yes, please. Basically, I love the fact that we have little cards like these just sitting around. It does a voice clip, but it's also perfectly fine to have that a combo, and it also increases your prize percentage. I think I'll probably replace green bananas with that. I'd imagine that green bananas here, they're not really good right now for the moment. The fact because they're just not quite ripe yet. Okay, that's how I trash items. How do I get details? Kind of curious. Because I've got all the buttons put into here for my controller, but it'd be nice if they showed me what the buttons did for mouse keyboard. I wonder if I can do that. Rumble feature, world guide, basic controls. Oh, whatever. You can take a look at it and just see what it is in here. Or at least I thought I would be able to. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Y'all have to pardon me for just a sec, because, you know, I'm really wanting to have a firm understanding of how this plays out here, just to make sure that, you know, I can go into it at a later date and understand what things are, how it works. So what would have been the button for right trigger, I wonder? Maybe Z? Not quite. Oh well. It's fight this thing over here.
容赦はしないぜ。
Ah, two of them.
眠くて死にそうだ。
Ah, nice. Only one attack? No, there's going to be two of them. Good thing we had some defense for that. Not going to be taking a lot of damage so far here. We've got a really good selection of defense-type Magnus. Dealing with a lot of these enemies isn't going to be so bad as long as we have, I would say, a good selection between the two. And funny enough, this works perfectly great on keyboard. I mean, that just puts a gigantic smile on my face, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you would think that just, you know, ports like these would stink on the keyboard, but this is so accessible, so well made. Let's get some dosh, shall we? Say cheese? We'll be able to get a picture Magnus of this guy. Oh. Yeah. Oh, too bad I didn't get that leather jacket earlier. Nice. And it's gone like Gaviscon. Okay, yeah. I mean, happy that we got that short sword that I can get for treasure, or I can take the photograph that I got there. It seems like it's a little bit undeveloped. Blood-sucking creature that lives in forests doesn't have a mouth, but sucks blood from a needle. Tip of its tail. Ugh. It's a nasty thing in the Sidal Sud frontier. But I believe I'll take the picture. I think it even says it too, that, you know, it's just kind of underdeveloped. Let's see. It's interesting. That kind of looks like it's undeveloped just yet. Maybe I gotta keep it around and it'll get better as time goes on. Still, I'd love to know how to toggle detail. That would be great. Is it perhaps this button? This button? I will find the toggle eventually, ladies and gentlemen. I will find it. Doesn't seem to be there. Weird. Oh, here we go. It's the control button. There we go. Now I can read about my Magnus. Because there's so much flavor text within this game. You can't go without being able to read it. You know? Glad to be able to find that. Let's see, how about... It's a little bit stuck there. Oh, right, because I have to do it that way. Alright. Getting used to the UI and everything again. So yeah, let's see here. A level 1 taunt that adds a 5% prize if included in the combo attack. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, so we've got sabers, we've got long swords. Even got a bamboo shoot. Raise it up into a healthy green bamboo tree or sink your teeth into this tender bamboo shoot for a taste of spring. Ah, yes, and the bananas. It's only used as an attack because they're freshly picked. They're unripe and contain little sugar or nutrition, quite bitter, and hard to eat like this. Ah, and there it is. There it is, my friends. One of the best qualities I have ever known within a video game deck builder kind of like this. The fact that it says here that if you do get a photo, it takes around 10 minutes for a photo to fully develop. Yes, your Magnus within the game is affected by the time and the length of time that it's sitting around in your inventory. It will evolve, it will change, and I think that's great. Not a lot of people like brown bananas like that. A lot of people think that's, you know, moldy, but it really isn't. Which is kind of a shame. I see a lot of brown bananas being thrown out when it's just ripe, you know? Oh, what's this man doing over here? Is he okay? Forest has become quite a dangerous place these days. Better heed my advice if you want to make it out of here in one piece. So how about it? Are you going to ask me for advice? If you're asking me, well, maybe target selection. I'd like to know about that. Okay, so I can choose a target and then start fighting. I see. Target is always on the enemy at first, so if you want to attack an enemy, just leave it as is. But if you want to use recovery, you have to aim it at yourself. Again, I like that. Small things like that. Alright, sounds good to me. Thank you, friend. The advice is nothing but comforting. Grandma made some amazing banana nut muffins a bit ago. Oh, very nice. I wonder what this thing is. Ooh, hello. A large dried up tree trunk is blocking the path. Ah, see, if I could put that fire into a container, I could get through here and obtain what's on the other side. Once again, Magnus coming into play as being just such a very, very amazing world variant sort of thing. It interacts with just about everything. Oh, what did I want to do? My deck. Yeah, I've got some good stuff in here. It's all good. So I'm looking through here now. I've got a little bit of command of, you know, my stuff. What if there was something I wanted to do? No, nothing in my collection I was thinking about. Oh, right, my photographs. I wanted to take a look at that. Wonder if I have it in here somewhere. Stock, equipment, quest of valuables. Oh, there it is. Yeah, no, that's going to take a while for that Shara photo to fully develop, but it should be pretty good once it's done. Alright. Let's try fighting one of these things. Alright, good. Hey, Zordon, welcome on in, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope things are going good for you. Oh, what's going on there? I wonder why that's not popping off correctly. Oh, it's because the thing isn't actually open. I think it might have crashed. Let me reopen that. Sorry. This game is so overlooked, I agree, and the HD remaster Zordon is beautiful. Just wonderful. Yeah, during that crash I had just a couple of seconds ago with Twitch, I think Lurkbait Twitch Fishing also went and kabooshed. There we go. Got that back open now. Sorry about that. Alright. Back to it, fighting whatever the heck these things are. Whoa! Block, block, block! But yeah, if you're a fan of Baten Kaitos Sword On, do yourself a favor and get it on the sale that they have going on right now on oh, what's it called again? Steam. Just absolutely gorgeous from top to bottom. And this really is my favorite JRPG of all time, so I'm so glad to see it get the premium treatment. Ooh, yes! Ice armor. Very good drop. There was something I wanted to do here. Yeah, there it is. Simplified battle results, I wanted to do that. There we go. Have the pace of the game just be a little quicker. Or at least in fights, anyways. Alright. So far, it seems like we can get through a lot of these fights very easy. Good stuff. Nice, got ourselves another round shield. It seems like a lot of these creatures in the forest here are dropping some pretty good stuff. Another bamboo shoot for healing. Nice catch there, Sunder. Got yourself an Atlantic cod. Very, very good. But yeah, Zordon, I absolutely love Baten Kaitos. It is one of the most gorgeous JRPGs I have ever played in my entire life. It is my favorite JRPG of all time, and I hold it up there in the highest regards. I mean, a lot of these areas that we're going to go through, even the ones that I've spoken at length so far, it's art. It literally is art in game format. Like, look at how beautiful this small area is. Even just entering the forest that we've been going into, it's just gorgeous. And the fact that they have a port to PC from GameCube that actually doesn't suck. I know I've been talking about that for a little while now, but that just blows my mind. Quality of life. Ooh. This is one of those really big relics that they were talking about not that long ago. A glowing fragment from an incomplete star map, crafted by collecting light from a real star and concentrating it to a magnet. The original star map can be restored if all the pieces are found. Oh, does that sound like a cool little side quest or what? Very cool. So, you know, if you ever get bored of fighting creatures within this game, you have an incentive to not stop. Leather hat. Very cool. Let's see here. You know, as much as I do like these leather jackets and whatnot, let's go ahead and put in some ice armor. Yeah. I mean, voice clip is pretty good for the combo, but I don't know. Tell you what, I'm gonna remove. What am I gonna remove? Because I kind of want to put in that bamboo shoot just to have a little bit more healing in, but never mind. I think we'll just stick with what we've got for now. Gonna have fish and chips. Ooh, very nice. I haven't had fish and chips in a while, but I did have some really good, crispy, air-fried chicken that I made. Not just 2 days ago for the family, who, well, once again sung my praises for having been able to make a wonderful and delicious meal. I am nothing if not a wonderful brewer and cook and baker.
りそうだな。
I should make some deviled eggs in the future sometime. That'd be fun. You know? I know I can make some really good soft-boiled and hard-boiled eggs in my air fryer, and that puts some people to consternation, but I like the fact that I can do that, and it's a little bit less water than one might usually use. So it cuts down on water usage for boiling eggs. At least I think so. Uh-oh. That don't sound like good times up ahead.
今のは
Oh boy. Am I? Oh. Those were those two guys that was escorting that girl. That can't be good. God, look at that thing. That's like a giant cross between a beast and a chameleon. Oh, man. Said air-fried eggs and my brain short-circuited? Yet, no, I'm being real about that, Ursunder. Air-fried boiled eggs. I put the eggs into my air fryer at a certain temperature, I cook them, and then I take them out and I put them into a small water bath with salt. And they turned into soft-boiled or hard-boiled eggs, depending on how long I cook them. It's black magic, and it worked. We here at the tavern do some pretty special stuff, and that's one of them. All right, boss fight. Let's get down to it. We have a new party member, Zelha. Very nice. Ooh. Boss music. Here we are. All right, so looks like she's been using Leather Vest's magic types that we've been picking up there. So the dark and fire that we got, that's going to be useful for her. Ooh. Looks like water is pretty good against this thing. I mean, fair enough, it looks like it's spewing fire at the front of it, so just little in-game hints to stuff like that about what you should be using. That makes me happy. That's definitely not the worst thing to have to fight, I'll tell you that much. You know, we've got a good little selection between defense and offense, but let's try to go for water if we can. Haha, did you see that? Yeah, enemies will block you sometimes. It's not like you get free hits. Gotta have some difficulty to it, you know? So yeah, an actual card builder with a little bit of challenge to it. Makes me happy. Ooh. Zelda taking a little bit of damage there. Now we got this. Can we get a follow-up on that? Oh, a picture! Yes, please. That's gonna sell for a lot. I didn't think I was gonna be able to get one like that, but thank you. Oh yeah. Thank goodness for having some defense on that. We'll probably save those bananas for now, but, you know. It'd be cool if I could get multiple pictures of whatever the heck this beast is. I'm not sure if I can do that. I think the camera's like one use per fight. But if we could get multiples of that, that would be a lot of dosh for us in the future to use. Ay, I'm glad I have those bananas on Zelha. That Crimson Hail hits like a brick. How we doing, guys? How we doing? 95 out of 132, 80 out of 101. Yeah, I'd probably save the bananas for a little bit there. We're not doing too bad for health. Oh, what we got going on here? Oh, so like 45 for recovery? Yeah, here you go. It's never a bad time using a little bit of stuff to make sure that your magic caster's okay. Oh, crap. I should have staggered it. I should have staggered it. It missed! How lucky is that? I can't believe that. That was gonna really hurt. Alright. Back on the defense. Really glad I got myself another one of those ice armors because it works great against fire attacks like that. Ooh, if only I had something to work with that combo. Oh, no, it's got to shuffle the deck. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah. See, combo cards like that, you need to be able to use just one thing in particular beforehand before you can actually pop it off, but they are so cool to use. Really, just honestly, the coup de grace. And I love being able to use them. Alright, alright. Putting up a good fight, wherever the heck you are. Yeah, this is really so cool. Oh, I love how fluid the animation is. I love how great this feels to fight a boss like that. The music is beautiful, full of energy. Oh, so great. Ooh, and look at all this stuff we got here. We got a photograph of a saber dragon, an unusually large carnivore thought to be a member of the dragon family. A bit of a rare one, because I think that's a boss fight. And then we got ourselves a finisher for Callus, another attack, Magnus for Zelha, and another piece of the star map. Very cool. Oh, if only Zordon. If we could do that, the game would be over very quick. Callus. Callus, please, a little respect for the dead. There you go, buddy. Oh, ever the vulture. Does this man have no respect for the departed? I mean, hey, I'd be pissed off too. And oh, so quickly do we discover that Callus is quite the pragmatist. It's a little disheartening to see that, but oh. Oh, but just so disrespectful. Ugh. Look, I understand that you're trying to, you know, give credence to what you're doing here, but I ain't taking it there, Gallus.
必要なものだけもらえりゃそれで十分だ。
Oh boy.
ほらよ。
これはグラムとレイオンの。
I just don't condone it.
形見として家族に渡してあげろって、そういうこと？
Oh, just the fact that we've got a pragmatist stripping bodies of valuables and quite literally a very naive lady in the back over there all like, wow, we're doing this for a good purpose? Oh, I wish I could just step in there right now and be like, lady, did you not hear what he just said? Man is looking for valuables.
あなた案外。
Oh, lucky him.
お前の取り分だ。それをやるからブーブー言うな。
Oh, botched it. Fumbled the bag.
なんですって？
Man, he had it there for 2 seconds and then just dropped it. Ugh. I got like secondhand shame going on here.
冗談じゃない。亡くなった仲間から盗んだものなんかいらないわ。ねえ、ちょっとあなたね。
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, girl. I'd be pissed off too.
ちょっと待ってよ。助けてくれてありがとう。私はシェラ。改めてお礼を言うわ。
Well, proper introductions finally.
別にあんたを助けたわけじゃないさ、シェラ。剣竜が美味しい獲物だったってだけだ。
Huh.
ねえ、あなた幻の国ミラの人でしょ？
Oh. But she knows where we're from.
どうしてそれを？
精霊の守護を受けているもの、すぐ分かったわ。
Oh, she knows we're here. That's a little uncommon, I would think.
確かミラの国の人にしか精霊をこの地に呼び込むことはできないとかいうことだったし。
And for those who are just joining, or perhaps maybe a little unfamiliar about Baten Kaitos, the guardian spirit, what Zelha is talking about right now, or Shilla, actually, is talking about, we're that guardian spirit, and we are connected to Callus. We are not Callus. We are essentially kind of floating in the fourth wall right now.
よく知ってるみたいだな、精霊について。
That's interesting. How does she know that? Oh, more beautiful artistry.
異なる次元とこの世界との境界にて、それぞれ違う世界に住む2つの命の精神が出会い結ばれることがあった。
Oh.
その異世界の精神は精霊と呼ばれた。だが精霊の声を聞く者はごく稀であり。
So this whole thing with the guardian spirit is a rather select thing, apparently. Really only a few people could do this. Just a very special trait.
運よく精霊が降りた者は大いなる知恵と力を授かったという。
Huh. You know, it's kind of funny. I feel like I would remember most of this, but again, because this was made in, like, I think 2013? I'm not sure. I'm going to check. I'm really quite baffled about that, because I'm just not sure when it was made. Baten Kaitos, when was it made? I think it was 2013 or somewhere around there. Was created 2003 in Japan, and then we got into 2004. So yeah, even 10 years earlier than that. Like, we got this game early on. So, I mean, really, just think about it from that perspective. 2003, this is very impressive for that time. You know? I think it's seriously above a lot of stuff that you would have found back then. Maybe something that you would find that would be similar in quality would probably be Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. That was another game back then that I really liked. Crystal Chronicles was peak Final Fantasy back in the day for the GameCube, I believe. The unfortunate thing, though, is that the remake that they did of it just really didn't turn out that well. A lot of functionality that should have been there that wasn't there. I would hope if they take another crack at it that they do a bit of a better job, but it was serviceable for what it was. Got volume 13 of your manga yesterday. Very nice. Well, the Blu-ray of season 1, but it's $50. Yeah. I understand how that is. Actually, I would now say that I used to understand how that is. These days I have really good financial stability, as I've talked about in the Discord, and well, things like $50 and whatnot don't spook me anymore, which is kind of strange to say, but I feel good to know that. It's a huge weight off my shoulders. That much is sure. Need to get a 4-player Crystal Chronicles run going someday. It's kind of hard to get that going. It takes a lot of preordained teamwork, but if you can get the right people into it, it can be a really fun time, you know? Yeah, I mean, I was right there with you beforehand, so I understand how incredibly lucky I am. You know? Definitely something that not people in today's world will have. So, I plan to make the most of it. You know, I want to indulge in my hobbies, and the fact that I do have it means I get to play wondrous and great games like this for you guys today. You know? Oh, I do. I do feel a lot better as Sender. That was definitely dragging on my mind for a long time. Long time. And it's finally fixed. I get to enjoy the nice things like Baten Kaitos in HD. Full anti-aliasing.
今まで本当に古い言い伝え、ただの伝説だと思っていたもの。
Oh. So really, our whole thing that's going on here with being the spirit was just a legend to most.
傍から見たら精霊なんているのかいないのかわからないし。
Always tried to support people who are trying. Hey, that's the way about it, right? I can definitely say that watching that movie that I was pretty much forced to watch back in high school kind of gave me the inclination to be towards that. High school, junior high, they always force you to watch movies. It's so stupid, but, you know, sometimes it's what happens. And a few of the ones that I watched were Juno. The one that I'm talking about, though, is Pay It Forward. Kind of a tragic story, to be honest, but it carries a very good message. A very sad movie. I'm kind of incredulous that they would deign to show it to, you know, a junior high populace, but what can you do? Sometimes you need to break the kids in, I guess. Give them, you know, that sort of somber lesson. I'll always tell you guys, one of the craziest things that I ever had happen, and I had already watched it, but one of the craziest things I ever had happen was my social studies teacher decided that he was really freaking bored one day. So what he did is he drafted up an entire lesson plan around us watching the movie 300 and turning it into a lesson about military formations. I couldn't believe it. We all knew the guy was just getting an excuse to watch 300 with us because he thought it was cool. It was great.
ただの言い伝え。伝説のお化けかなんかみたいに思われて
That man was crazy, but I respect him.
なあ。
Oh, talking to me directly, are you, Callus? And we get a little bit of an option just to talk. And this actually does some stuff with the game. My opinion is that, yes, I'm right here.
今の精霊の声。
And they heard us. The only thing 300 really teaches is how dominant Spear Wall is and Choke Point is and how to flank a weak position. True enough, Glayliv. True enough, Ursinder, for the name drop. We'll be back in just a moment with more Baten Kaitos. We do have an ad break coming on up there. But once we get back, we'll be playing more of this gorgeous game and enjoying the fact that we ourselves have a little bit of influence in how things will progress. See you in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for waiting through the ad break. I truly do hope you are enjoying this absolute treat of a game tonight, as much as I am. Really, it is quite something, I believe. Let's continue, shall we? And yes, the fact that we do get points within the game, that we can influence some, decisions, some conversation, the fact that we are able to talk to Callus and be heard by some people who are sensitive to the guardian spirit, I think that is just the icing on top. Sometimes the choices between what you can say are a little bit simplistic, one or the other, but at times I also feel that they obfuscate what the correct answer would be in that situation. And this does also have an impact on battle. I'm not sure if I'll get, the best results out of that myself. It has been so long since I had played this. But I will endeavor to get the best stuff that I can reasonably get. I will use my game sensibilities, Making the player into an actual character, as opposed to the player you control and being in the setting, is a rare but interesting choice that only some games can really do. And I feel Baten Kaitos really meshes well with that decision. And I'm glad that you're enjoying this, Sunder. Really, just so beautiful. I mean, even here, just sitting in a pause screen, I mean, the borders for everything are crisp, they're clean, they're regal looking. It's beautiful. Backgrounds look like they came right out of an art gallery. And the music in this forest, I can only describe it as near angelic. Really quite something else. But it seems that Shella has heard us somehow. I find that to be quite interesting because we are a guardian spirit, of course, and we are really only attuned to Callus, and as it was just explained, really only a few people can have attunement with guardian spirits. And it seems like wherever this land of illusion, Mura, as one might call it, it seems like only people from there are really capable of attuning with such spirits. So, it makes you wonder where Jella is from, or why she can hear it. The plot thickens. Ha! And that's, see, this is why I love Baten Kaitos so much. The fact that they're able to do that and mesh it in just so perfectly well. Look at that. Talking that they, heard my voice within the game, that is something else. I'm a thing. I'm an entity. I'm a character within the video game. AS, just stellar fourth wall play. And I find myself finding so many pieces of media, of literature, of video games and such, animation, constantly breaking the fourth wall and just completely dropping my suspense of disbelief. It really is quite tragic, and it's why I've been searching for so many different games nowadays to kind of fulfill that little bit of a void that's been left in my heart. Just not being able to find the right game to truly satiate or satisfy a person wholly. Baten Kaitos really fulfills those conditions for me. It's got heart, it's got soul, it looks good, it plays good. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect in my books. 10 out of 10 for a JRPG. And for something that in America I think would probably be around $37 perhaps. I paid $47 for mine. A little bit more expensive in Canada, as one might expect. But regarding the price, the sale that it's on right now, you would be doing yourself nothing if not a favor by purchasing this wonderful video game. And, of course, nice to meet you too, Shella. And I even get a choice in how I get to address her. Isn't that something? Well, pleasure to meet you.
なんだかくすぐったいような不思議な感じ。
Yeah, I could be a dick.
村で目覚めてからなんか変だぞ。
And in fact, not being a ding dong, it might surprise Callus a little bit.
そういや、ラリクシ先生が言ってたっけ？頭ぶつけたから記憶がどうこうとか。
Oh, right. Worried about his head. Possible amnesia.
まさかお前、あの村で目を覚ます前のことを。
Oh. I wonder what I should say here. Quite honestly, we did see a flashback. And there was a house on fire. There was what I believe to be Callus and some other one limping away from the scene, and then Callus holding that person in their arms like they'd died. And I do remember that there was a certain scene where we were bonded to Callus as that guardian spirit. So, that's just so cool. I could tell him within the context of the video game from just starting at the point of where Callus woke up that I don't remember, but that would not be true to form as being that kind of wedged on the fourth wall type of character. I know the cutscenes I saw, I remember.
本当か？まあ、それなら別にいいんだけどさ。
And of course, it's a little bit of reassurance from Callus.
だけど。
Oh, more company. Hmm.
その話はまた後だ。
A little far off in the distance and a good reminder that the forest is not exactly a safe place.
こんなとこでのんびり立ち話してるわけにもいかないしな。
Ha! Oh, once again, the dialogue completely emulating what I'm thinking. I love that. I love that so much. God, you have no idea how good it is to feel appreciated by intelligent dialogue like that.
どうせそのうち思い出すだろう。
Ooh. Makes me happy, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen.
私、この奥にあるという古い先へ行かなきゃいけないの。
Alright.
あなたたちは？
I don't know. I'm kind of attached to Callus along for the ride. It's kind of his choice.
ああ、俺たちもそうだ。どうする？一緒に行くか。
Oh.
ええ、お願い。でもその前に、ちょっとだけ待ってて。
Yeah.
務めがあります。先を急がねばなりません。
I kind of get the feeling that Shellick here might be somewhat important. Had a small retinue with her. Maybe royalty, perhaps?
グラム、レイオン、これまで本当にありがとう。光なき地に光を、救いなき者に救いを。一人夜の底を行く我らを、海よ、いざないたまえ。
Amen to that, Shella. Whoa. Well, now, that is one hell of a purification rite for the departed. Once again, magic just being so prevalent within this series.
お前、一体。
That's a damn good question, Callus.
さあ、急ぎましょう、カラス。
Which she's not gonna tell us. Oh well. Yeah, way better than an Elden Ring, that's for damn sure, Glayliv. And I'm glad that you're having such a wonderful time with that game. The fact that it's such a grandiose open format stylization of Dark Souls, giving you the difficulty that is presented within that kind of a series from FromSoft, but at the same time allowing you freedom to go about where you want to go and do what you want to do is quite nice. I do agree. Yeah, and the Erd Tree is not a fun situation. It might make some other situations that you can find a bit more ideal, but yeah. FromSoft has a lot of crapsack worlds. I'll tell you guys that right now. FromSoft loves the idea of having worlds where everything is cheap. It's happened in Kingsfield. It's happened in endless titles. It happened in Evergrace. They love their crapsack worlds. They really do. Yeah, an Armored Core. It just, blow up an orphanage, or 2, or 1,000. Is there anything on this dragon of sorts I can get? Not quite, it seems. Too bad. Oh, gosh, but before we do that, let's take a look at our spoils. Ah, watch a Magnus transform. One of our Magnuses has evolved, has it? Oh yes, the bananas. They've turned into an applicable item now. We can enjoy them. That's actually pretty good restoration for that, if I do say so. Red bananas, they're sweet, tasty, and tender, full of potassium for beauty and health. I actually have a couple of them. I was given just a few. That was a nice little gift. Ah, and Blue Storm, a wind-based finishing move mastered by Callus. Releases a whirlwind from the tip of the sword, engulfing and slicing the enemy apart. Well, we absolutely need that in our deck, I would imagine. Let's see. Suppose I will get rid of that. And then, the round shield is nice to have for defense and whatnot, and the leather jacket as well. Probably a weapon of the lower variety. There we are. And for Shella, oh yeah, she's got a pretty good distribution of things here too. A couple of bananas, decent amount of attack items, decent amount of defense items. Actually, not that much for defense, come to think of it. I'm gonna reorient her attack towards fire just a little bit more. And probably take out one of these oldies and put in another dark. Yeah. Yeah, I totally forgot that they did that. J.R.R. Martin to write the backstory for the whole Erd Tree thing. I think might have been a substantial influence how it turned out. Being maybe just a little bit less squicky in some areas. A little bit more romanticized in some of the fantasy aspects of it. I would probably think that was probably his touch concerning Elden Ring. Yeah. It's an interesting dichotomy, and I agree. It'd be kind of neat to, understand what was a J.R.R. Martin thing and what was a FromSoft thing within the entirety of that game. That's something that I would love to see from one of the notorious YouTubers that they have around that, usually speaks about those subjects. What is her name? Let me think. Sully the Witch, that's it. That is a YouTube channel that they have out there, and they cover a lot of peculiar and interesting subjects in a very nice silent format on YouTube. Zully the Witch. I can definitely link that later. Vati video is also very popular, especially within the realm of that sort of thing. But I do have to say I prefer Zuli the Witch a little bit more. Silent format is something that I really like and something that I incorporate within my videos as well. I am not completely against voices being within a video on YouTube, but rarely is there a very good voice. Just luck of the draw, really. I can't say anything more than that. I think I'll swap out a leathered vest for one of these leather hats. I think that's probably going to be good for the deck. Yeah, it gives more place to the game itself, and for something that's as atmospheric and, you know, has its importance placed upon how things sound, how things look, I think Elden Ring kind of lends itself to that kind of format. Alright, so we got another party character. Let's go ahead and try and get some combat with that, shall we? Oh, yes. What do we have here? Let's go for the one on the far left. Take him down. These small mosquito-like things shouldn't be all that powerful. Oh yeah, just stunning vistas, huge mountains, large areas of sea. I really do like Elden Ring for, you know, that sort of stuff. I can agree with that. It is kind of like Tales of Music. At the end of the day, Baten Kaitos is something that's always going to be impressive when it comes to the musical department, I believe. It's fast-paced, it's fun, and it's very catchy. Hey, I wonder if I can use a camera and then a finisher in conjunction. I can! Oh, that's funny. Like... Gotcha. God, I love that. Those finishers are huge. If you can pop them off as much as you can, small targets like these will fall very quickly. Speaking of, here's another. 58 damage. Wow, those things are not happy with light-based elements hitting them. Nasty little things. Oh. So I could take a picture, or I could take a saber. I mean, that's a bit of an upgrade of what I've got. Yeah, I guess I'll take the saber this time around. I mean, if it gives me something good, that's going to be a huge replacement for short swords that's only got like 4 and 3 attack. Really, it's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, I love getting money, but still, direct upgrades. It's important. Found an underground river with a massive city hanging on the roof and its star-like lights glittering on the roof. Oh, you should investigate that place carefully, Glailev. You'll find some interesting things there. Yeah, elevator in Little Shack in the Woods, and all of a sudden, boom, just giant underground area. The transitions are very fun like that. I love it a lot, to be honest. Oh, no, don't need to throw any of that out just yet. Oh, one of those things. I really don't have anything good for that, but I can heal up Callus, I guess. Told Veritasu you're like gawking like a tourist in New York, just cranking your neck and going, oh, what the fuck? I feel that. I do feel that. And FromSoft has always had that effect. They've always had video games out there that have had an extreme artistic taste, I believe. Oh, thank God I've got some defense. That was a real big kibosh of a hand. Really looking to get some more, you know, hand capacity there. More combo capacity. Because what I'm working with here is a little limiting. Alright, buddy. Retaliation. And it's gone like Gaviscon. There we go. Oh yeah, you know, Armored Core 6. Another very beautiful game out there. And it does make you feel very small with some of the stuff that they have there. The construction of some of the buildings that they have. And then just the fact that moving around in an AC compared to the rest of the area is so massive. You really do stand tall in one of those things, especially if you go for like a quad leg setup. It's nuts. And then of course some of the things that you fight, good god. I mean, quite literally that one part where, you know, you fight that particular giant slithering thing, if people are trying to avoid spoilers. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Thing is big. Big, big, big. Ooh, hello. Obtained the Magnus Flame Sword. Just found something really good, folks. Hell yes, look at that. Most of our stuff here is just an attack of 8 and 5, 4 and 3, 8 and 5. And then we just popped off with something here that's got attack and defensive combo. 28 and 19 with a 10% chance to inflict fire status ailment. Yes, please. Yeah, say for how this is going so far, we're looking pretty good. What is this? Something is written here, but the sign is too dirty to make out what it says. That's a shame. Yeah, you went with the tank treads, did you? I can see that. Oh, I should have used that finisher. That's fine. Sometimes you want to go through a weird hand or two just to try and get something better out of it, to be honest. Because you don't want to be caught with your pants down and not having anything for defense. I mean, that's happened to me before. It's bad when that happens. Knock knock, it's Knuckles! Oh wait, I can only go through there in a certain other way. Let's see. Yeah, the fact that we're going to be coming up to some puzzles in this game that actually work really good for you know, the universe that we're in. I can't wait to get into some of those. There's like, oh, what was it? Final Fantasy VIII. Kind of like the puzzles in that. I really liked that. There we go. Wow, look at how fast that saves. Again, I have such compunctions when it comes to video games that have all these save issues, loading issues. I was really upset with Silent Hill 2 just having a huge amount of problems with its remake. And the fact that all I had to do was go back in and downgrade it from DirectX 12 to DirectX 11 with a forced command. That's all it took to make it work, was really saddening to see. Unfortunately, everybody wants to be current with the most amazing type of format, even if they don't know how to make it work. Like, that's clearly the issue at hand there, right? Somebody thought it would be fine to just smack DirectX 11, 12, or DirectX 12 into the system, and then not really know how to integrate it properly. When we come back to our usual schedule after we do a whole bunch of Baten Kaitos, It will be perfectly fine to go for. You know, we'll be able to go through more Silent Hill 2 Remake without having any problems now, because everything from the disjointed FPS to the memory leaks has been fixed by that one single command. I mean, you've heard it here first. That's kind of your PSA of the day there. If you're having trouble with that game, all you have to do is put in that DX11 Force command, and then it's good. It's a shame, though. It's a shame, it's a shame, it's a shame. You should never have to go back into a game like that and edit it like that to have to get it to work. You know, you put a product like that up on Steam, it should be good from the get-go. A lot of broken stuff these days. Oh, what a grove. That's pretty. I don't care who you are, that's beautiful. Heck, this might even be the place that village guy and lady go to meet. Excuse me? Yeah, you want to explain? Oh, this can't be good, man. Don't you just hate it when your newfound friends in the middle of the forest start shining and accidentally summon a frickin' Leviathan? Happens to me all the time. Oh, it talks. Could we maybe, you know, like, talk and maybe not fight? No? No, okay. There we go. Gotta cook me up some eel. Gotta turn up the music on my side. This music is just too good to miss out on. And no doubt that this thing's gonna hit like an absolute frickin' truck. A good thing that we've got that, you know, careful balance between things. Now, I wonder what this thing is weak to. Maybe darkness? Oh, great. Thank you for blocking that. Not. We are getting pretty good cards here, you know, comboing with cards of the same number, using Ascension, or chaining up 3 of a kind can give you bonuses for blocking against things. Just a lot of really good stuff that you can do with the number system in this. And it gets really complex later on. Let's try Darkness Water. It's probably strong against water. Ooh, ready for a picture? Before I turn you into a cooked bit of fish? Nick. Oh yeah, fire's the way to go. Gonna take a couple of hits here. Half regrettable, but I think we can get through it. No, if it's just the one, then fine. Y'all not gonna catch me start to, you know, accidentally start using items for no good reason. I ain't that much of a dum-dum, I'll tell you. Oh, crap. How many are you using? Block the final. Not exactly the most ideal condition for that, but No, something. Yeah, here we go. See, this is exactly why I came out of the gate holding on to those defensive cards, because I knew he was going to come for me. Hey, you sassy, sassy serpent. How about this? Ooh, couple of pictures I can get of this guy. Why not? I mean, I don't know how many items I can get after this fight, but, you know, if we grab more than one picture, that'd be pretty good. Oh! Whole goddamn thing left out of the water. I thought it was going to be a pancake. Makes me very happy that I've got some bananas and whatnot on hand. Just a little bit of backup, because this guy, he's really leaning into me with those attacks. Ah, come on! Does he have a deck just full of block cards left, right, and center? Oh, crap. Oh, it's gonna hurt. Ow. Right. Yeah, I should probably heal. Yeah. That would have really hurt had I not healed myself up there. Glad to have those bananas. Because his attacks are bananas. They're bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Ah, got him. This is a tough fight.
時は至れる。ここに主の扉は開かれる。
Gate to R.
しかと受け取るがいい。マルペル城の祝福。
Yeah. Gals and guys, I don't know about you, but I don't think I really want the blessing of something called Napertio. That sounds a little, just a tinge vile, maybe a little bit evil. Whoa. Ah, a Magnus.
これは
See, it's got to shake right in front of your face to make sure that you know you got to pick it up. Literally tempting you to take the dangerous thing. Ah, yeah. Can only get one of them. Still, I'm glad that I got a picture of it. And then we got a scale buckle. Belt buckle usable by Kaitos. Patchwork of hard, well-polished scales. Buckle provides moderate resistance to sleep, flames, and poison. And a wild strawberry, required for raising Kaitos' class level to 2. A fully grown wild strawberry is only the size of a marble, but succulent and tasty nevertheless. Well, I got some really good stuff from that fight. Gonna be doing some good leveling up. yeah, it is like dangling keys in front of a baby to distract it. Now, was it a good idea to pick that up? Only time will tell.
主の扉が開かれた。さあ、聞くがいい星よ。 世界の滅びの歌を。
I don't know about you, but I kind of get the feeling that, you know, something plopping into water and creating a blood-like stain. And then that whole soliloquy. Yeah, we'll find out in 60 hours. It will take a while to get through all of this. This is a very long JRPG.
あなた、何者なの？マルペルシュロというのは旧世界の呪われた神の名よ。
Yeah, a little bit worrying that you taking that Magnus was causing that fount to, like, shake the entire world.
知るかよ。お前こそなんでそんなことを。
Every next time we don't grab the, you know, death candy waving right in front of us. Oh boy, what now? Uh-oh! Looks like the cavalry just came. Oh! Oh, shit.
貴様は。
I hope you guys have your, you know, have your popcorn, you're all settled in, you know, got the seat buckle on. Because the story is about to go breakneck fast now that we've gotten to this point. Hope you can handle it.
娘、盗み出したものを返してもらおう。
やめろ。
Oh, right in the back of the noggin. Well, that turned out to be a particularly unfortunate situation, didn't it? Yeah. Knocked out twice in one day, that's gotta be a real bad streak. But Mimai is here! Yay, Mimai. Everybody in chat say hi to Mimai. Adorable little guy just wants to say hi and save people.
大丈夫だ。ありがとう。ちくしょう、やられた。あの光り輝くマグナスも取られちまったみたいだな。
So shit, we are out of Shining Magnus, and I do believe that Zella is gone too.
しかしついてるぜ。まさかこんなところで奴に会えるとは。ジャコモ。
Oh. Looks like there's a personal vendetta here, huh?
じいちゃんとフィーの仇。逃がしはしないぞ。ジャコモ。
I'm with you, Callus. Let's go after him.
よし、そう来なくちゃ。ちくしょう、このままで済むと思うなよ、野郎め。さて、そうなると、奴らどこへ行きやがったんだ。
That's a good question. I got kind of knocked out as well.
ひとまず村へ帰ろう。あの飛空船について聞いてみようぜ。
You know, you make a fair point, Callus. We should go back to the village. See what we know about that.
あれだけでかくて目立つ船だ。きっと誰か何か知ってるはずだ。
See, I catch myself talking to the game because the game is talking to me. That's... That's fun. No two different ways about it, how fun that is. I guarantee you, if you play this too, you're gonna get yourself talking back to Callus as well. Oh, Mimai's going to be our friend?
ああ、わかったよ。お前には助けてもらった借りもあるしな。ほら、 マントの中にでも入ってな。
Hey, hey, we get best friend Mimai. Party mascot. No idea how he's able to fit in there, but, yeah, apparently it can do that. So, I'm going back into Moongal Forest really quickly here because I saw some goodies. You know, we'll get a little bit more EXP just from traveling through here, but yeah, there was a chest right beside that lake. They thought they could dangle that right in front of my face without me going back for it. Silly game. You can't just give me treasure like that and expect me not to go grab it. I mean, I could fight some of the encounters around here, but it's not going to be that important, I guess. Oh. Ow. But as for Callus, I think after we go find that treasure chest, we'll be able to kind of upgrade him. Give him access to, you know, being able to use a little bit more in terms of cards. And those upgrades that you get that, you know, increase class along the way, I love the pacing for that. They make it perfect. You don't ever feel like you're completely outclassed when it comes to Kaitos. Hey, you're new. What's your deal? Professor of Zoology. I understand animal languages, so I'm able to communicate with them. What am I doing right now? I'm setting a trap to catch a bluebird of happiness. Come at a good time. Will you help me out here? I'm just itching to catch a bluebird of happiness. What do I say? I say we should help him. Let's see what we can do. Always dreamed of stuffing one of those birds. Oh my. Beyond the shrine gates over there, there's a nest full of them in bushes. Right? It looks like we've wandered into a bit of a side quest. Very timid creatures. If they sense your presence nearby, they'll fly away in fright. Take advantage of this nature of theirs and steer the birds towards me. Try walking past their nest a couple of times, you'll get the hang of it in no time. Oh, alright. I'm game to help you, good friend. First of all, let's try and clear out some of the riffraff. Might be a little hard since I don't have Shelly here with me, but, you know, I think I should be okay. Let's like focus most of my attacks on that saber cat over there. Those little blood-sucking things over there, they're not the problem. It's that bad boy over there. Gotta get rid of it. Down and out. Starting to think maybe I should have a little bit more in the way of defense. Finding there's a lot of situations where it's just like, nope, I ain't got it, you know? I digress. We'll get a picture of one of these. Sell it off some of that gold. And I like that they play that straight. It's not some sort of like weird thing like money like in Kingdom Hearts or, you know, like Gil or anything like that. It's just straight up gold. Sometimes it's nice just to go back to the classics. Something that's clear cut, you know? Click. You know, now I think about it, in a way, it's pretty brutal, taking a picture of something before it gets killed. It's like, here's your last moments before you die. It's not macabre in any way whatsoever, is it? Ooh, Ah, better take that longsword. That's really good. Can't deny that that was the better option. There we go. If we clear out the forest area around here, I'm pretty sure that I could just do that bluebird quest with more ease than one might if they have to just, you know, duck and dodge around and everything. And down. You know, again, I gotta say I'm very lucky to be able to be here to be doing this right now. Very happy that I'm able to do a whole bunch of live streaming with you guys. Even if there is a hiccup every now and once again, you know, every little while or so. Oh, there's the bluebirds. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. There you go. Hey, you caught some. What was I saying? Oh, right. Very happy to be able to do this right now. Wow, you got a couple of them. And I can't carry any of them because I don't have a detainer. Did I tell you what happened during yesterday's stream? I don't think you did, or Sunder. What happened? There you go. He's very happy to have those bluebirds. If I could get a container of some sort, I could keep those, but as it stands, I guess I'm not getting that just yet. Too bad. Alright, so yeah, you had your setup and everything all good to go there. Wanted to rename the music track real fast, yeah? Cut him up. Yeah, boy. Oh, yeah. Oh. Happens to me all the time, or Sunder. Just, you know, I'll be doing something, I want to, like, edit a video name or something like that, and then I completely forget the fact that it's already playing in some sort of a format. Oh, no. Oh, that's bad. Ooh, escape Magnus. You get out of encounters if I need to. Pristine water from the font over here, too. I will have to come back to this. Yeah, that... oh, man, that sucks. So did you have to go through all of them, rename them, kind of figure out what was what? I've had that happen to me a couple of times here and there. Accidentally renamed something that I really shouldn't rename, and then it's all like, oh no. And you had to spend an hour on stream looking up each track, finding the game name and everything live. Oof. Well, I mean, hey, I had my stream today interrupted by a little whoopsie. It happens to the best of us, I guess you could say. Everybody has mistakes. And some people I know take it a little bit tougher than some of the others. Really, you shouldn't do that. I mean, just... you know, it's how it is. Whoopsies happen. You know, I was really stringent about myself on, you know, accidents and such. Back when I started streaming, I really had to learn to let go. And not let myself get affected by that so much. These days I'm a lot more relaxed, which I think is probably good, you know? It's a good thing that you are putting a lot of work into cataloging and being meticulous about the cataloging of your stuff. You know, you kind of want to catalog things, get them in order. Organization is really great when it comes to streaming. Streamlining things. That's the word I was looking for. Streamlining things is the epitome of good streaming. I put a lot of work into all my stuff to make sure that it was easy to access, all sorted out, and that I could get to it without any sort of issue. And I'm glad I did that, because things would be a lot harder to work with if I had not done that. Wow, this is looking pretty good. I've almost completely replaced all of my short swords. Very cool. Well, let's see here. No, not in my collection or anything like that. Here we go. Ah, look at that! My pictures have come out. Well, the Saber Dragon is taking just a little bit to, you know, fully develop, but I've got my Lord of the Spring picture, I've got a Shara picture. Very cool. I like that. I just think it's so cool that these things evolve over time. That's great. So yeah, it's a deck builder. It has transformation based on time values within the deck builder, but at the same time, it plays out like a card battler in a way. I don't know, it's something that I don't really see in the market done well. I mean, this was really ahead of its time. You did not see a game like Baten Kaitos come into popular format until way later. Oh. Hello there, Kush. I might have worried him a little bit. Yeah. Oh. Sounds like we're stirring up a lot of trouble here. That's not good. Oh yeah, I have a little bit of news concerning that. There's a person out there developing a Mega Man Battle Network type desktop auto battler. It's rather primitive in how it is right now, but it is pretty well made. What was it called? Oh yeah, Berserk Bits. They have a demo out on Steam, as it were. And the demo's not too bad, but at the same time, I wouldn't recommend grabbing it right away. It's not the best in the world. It could be a little bit more enhanced, but I guess for showing off a product, it's pretty good for what it is. Yeah, Malpercio. The Forbidden Name, the Unholy One, the Unclean God. Oh yeah, if we got the blessing from that, we may have screwed up a little. Oops. Oopsie. Village is pissed off at me. Oh. Oh yeah, he's pissed. Oh yeah, he is upset. Ooh.
それで確かあの旅の少女も森へ出かけたんじゃなかったのかね。
ああ、あの子シェラも一緒だったんだ。
Yeah, we don't know what happened to her, and I think Giacomo probably took her.
でもでかい飛空船でやってきた男たちに襲われて連れ去られてしまった。
かなりまずいことになっているようだな。
Oh yes, very much so. Very unfavorable.
先生、あの船について何か知らないか。奴らを追わなきゃならない。
Hoping that some of them will be able to tell me what happened, but I don't know, I'm not holding out a lot of hope here.
いや、残念だがその飛空船というのに関しては私は
Knew it.
なんか見たことないようなでっかい船なら都の方へ飛んでったぜ。
Oh, somebody was able to help, though. Lucky for us, because if that guy didn't know anything, our search would have been kaput. You know?
都へ？わかった。ありがとう。
気をつけるんだ、カラス君。どうやら大きな歯車が回り始めているらしい。いいか、決して油断するんじゃないぞ。
Ah, shucks, Larry Kush. You know, I can't help but feel just a little bit fond for the guy who, made sure we weren't dead, and has been nothing but nice to us ever since we got to this village. Which, recounting, we have just been doing nothing but cause trouble in.
ああ、先生、わかったよ。
I mean, to the village elder, I feel like we're not a very wanted presence right now.
よし。奴らの後を追おうぜ。
Right behind you, Callus.
逃がしはしないぞ、ジャコモ。
ああ、それとカラス君、一つ頼みたいことがあるんだ。時間は取らせないから後で私の家に来てくれないか。
Oh, well, like I said, I'm pretty fond of the doc, so if I want to oblige him on a favor, I think that shouldn't be too much of a thing, really.
先生の家に。わかった。後で寄ってみるよ。
And off I go. So, where to go, what to do? I think the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go take a look at the Magnus shop. See if maybe they sell some containers now, or if their stock has changed. Ah, shoot. I mean, she has some good long swords in there, but really that's the only thing that I can see that's decent in there. It just... it's stuff that a country shop would have. Not much. It's unfortunate. How much are you gonna give me for some of these pictures I got? Ooh! Oh, hello! Yeah, most of my other stuff it does not sell for much, but... Oh, and that just developed. Time to get me some money. Nice! Pretty much just got myself 1,000 gold out of that. Some good pictures. I'll tell you, I'm pretty happy about that, ladies and gentlemen. That was nice. If I get myself to a shop that has some better stuff nearby, whew, we're gonna be good to go. So, yeah, just as I thought. I wonder if we can have some of these apples here. Mountain apple harvest is finally over. Barrels you see beside me are filled with fresh apples. Go ahead and help yourself to as many as you like. Well, I think I'll just take one. Piled up high, they seem bigger and fresher than regular apples. Ah, we need a container for that too, though. It's too bad. Oh, hold up. let us visit the church. I think we should grow. Get a couple of levels, a class up. It's gonna be good. Nodding off and it's bedtime for you. Oh, well, have a wonderful night, Layla. Thank you so much for coming in today. I do hope you enjoyed what you saw of Baten Kaitos. There's much more to come. And I am very much happy you showed up. Ooh, 2 level ups. Alright. So we can have 4 Magnus in our hand now and a combo with 3 at the maximum. Very nice. Alright, character's deck capacity has been expanded. Very good. It's definitely some stuff that we really need to do. But we have a break coming on up once again, folks. So, get through that break, and then once we come back, play some more Baten Kaitos. See what the rest of the village has in store for us, and see what Dr. Lerkush wants us to do. Be back in just a moment, folks. Alrighty, welcome back everybody. Thank you so much for waiting. Let's get back into this wonderful treat of a game, Baten Kaitos. Especially with all the level ups. It's gonna be great. The fact that we can play more cards, we can have more cards in our hand. Leveling is important for that. Also, we do have new equipment that we can use. Ah, here we are. So yeah, we've got the scale buckle instead of the aged buckle. Not so great for paralysis defense, but we do get some more defense concerning being set on fire, poisoned, put to sleep. Could be problematic in the future, and we do get some nice buffs from that. Let's go ahead and pop that on. Alright. How do I put that on, actually? There, that should be it, right? Yeah, awesome. Then, of course, there's this guy over here we gotta talk to now. What to do, what to do? Oh, he won't talk to us yet for that. Not just yet. It's gonna be a little bit later on before we can do that. Oh, or right now. Okay. Pardon me, young traveler. Could you spare a moment and listen to an old man's story? Looks like that's a yes. Have a favor to ask of you. Favor? And then we get this wonderful look at the ceiling above us. I love the look of this. And it's the star map, where 50 years ago, skilled artisans gave birth to this splendid creation. Starlight shining down from the ceiling was truly a sight to behold. One day, however, the star map was torn to pieces and scattered all over the world. As you can see, a few stars still left can only twinkle with sadness. Well, quite interesting, old man, because we do have a couple of pieces of that star map. So yeah, it's kind of a Pokemon-esque kind of thing. You know, you get to travel around and find star map pieces. And I believe you do get some really good rewards for storing the star map. 50 of them in total, so it does take a little bit of work to find them all, but if you do get them, it is rewarding. Yeah, Constellation Magnus. And I do have a few, so what kind of rewards will you give me for that? And he's not totally in the dark about where some of those fragments are, so if you ever get stuck on trying to find them, once again, ease of access. I love it. Let's see, how do these two look? Well, Draco and Villa. That's nice. And a little sparse, but you know, it's better than nothing. Ooh, and a little achievement for handing over our first star map fragment. So, small shish kebab and a flame sword. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. It's really, really, really good. Oops, sorry, that wasn't happening. Yeah, swords, yeah. That's exactly how I'm feeling right now, Sunder. Like, that flame sword is so particularly powerful. Swap out the last of our small short swords. And put her in. Good. Good. These types of elemental swords are going to be really important in the future, so I'm glad to be getting them early on. Oh, I have new space in my deck. My gosh. Defense. Yeah, let's be putting in more defense. Especially though I would love to put in more short swords and stuff like that. I feel like I'm getting caught up on the wrong end of being hit by just anything and everything. So we'll put that in, and a bamboo shoot. I think that's probably good, yeah? Always want to have just a kind of certain, split between defensive and offensive. It's kind of hard to do that sometimes, but, if you get the hang of it, things don't go too badly. So, what do we have here? Explosives were piled on the bench, an unexpected sight for a backwoods farming village on the frontier. Yeah, I'd say. So what's up, Larry Kush? Need to ask you a favor. Landslide in Nuki Valley has made it impossible to percate. Prepared explosives and left them on the bench. I want you to use them to clear away the landslide rubble. Oh, well, we're going there anyways, so thank you, Larry Kush. Yeah, it's a little suspect that Doctor has explosives. That's not what's important right now. I feel like I'm in the movie Airplane. If the rubble in Nuki Valley is not cleared away, the people of the village will continue to be inconvenienced. Besides, you're going to Percat anyways, aren't you? Fair enough. Hey, Callus, come on, man. Magnus. Ah, here we are. Those are the containers that we've been talking about. Blank Magnus. It's clearly the best way to transport anything or do anything in this universe. And now we have a couple of containers. No. I understand how these work. I don't need to hear about it. Alright, better grab these, but now I can get that milk for the old lady. Before we go, though, hello again, you. Yeah, tell me about the doctor who saved my life. If my memory serves me, the doctor arrived in Sebarai 12 years ago. Before his arrival, the village had no doctor, and if someone became sick or injured, we were dependent on city doctors. No doctor in the city would come to our village, so we had to rush our injured to the city ourselves. Not a good place to be in. You can imagine our relief when Dr. Lyrikush arrived here and decided to stay. All of us at the village admire and depend on the doctor for his medical knowledge. But he's such a strange person. I can't believe he made his home in our remote village. Says he doesn't like big cities, but if I were him, I'd pick the glitz and glam city life any day. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of get the impression that Lyrikush might have been somebody who didn't like the Empire very much and decided to maybe just bolt. It's kind of the hint I'm getting from that, you know? Ah, let's see. First thing I want to do is do that little side quest with obtaining some milk and bringing it to that lady so that Gran can have some nice food. Magnus, it's a cow milk. Yes, absolutely, Callus. And there we are. I better get that over there right away before it spoils. Because I bet you anything that's something that could probably happen in the confines of Baten Kaitos. Oh, and it looks like everybody is home for dinner too. Here you are, lady. Feel very awkward asking you this, but will you go to the stable and bring back some cow milk for me? Making cream stew, but I can't make it without cow milk. Lady, say no more. Oh, Gallus! Gallus, you get off your ass right now and you help that lady. Gran was really nice to us. We do not shoot down the family of Gran. Gosh darn it. Yeah, I do. Ugh, man, like pulling needles. You know, sometimes it's gonna take a lot just to get Callus just to go in a certain direction, but, you know, thank goodness I can get him to help out. We've already got the milk, so stop your complaining anyways. Oh, nope, those are bombs. Oh, crap. Did I muck up, like, really badly? Okay. Oh, holy crap. I really thought I just mucked up and gave her the explosives. Ooh. Well, that would have been bad. Ah, there you go. Cook that stew. Oh, and for that I've gotten a piece of the star map. How kind. It pays to be very, very helpful and kind, Gallus. My son-in-law has been heard from since he set out for the city 3 days ago. Oh, that's no good. Probably blew all his money at the bars in Perkat and is too drunk to find his way home. I'm in that sentence and I don't like it. Well, actually, that's not true. I've got some pretty gosh darn good sense of moving about and getting areas when I'm a little bit slobber-knockered. Men are all the same. If you see my daughter, tell her what I said. Drop that no-good man. She's always had poor judgment when it comes to men. Oh, heavens to Betsy, I'm fanning myself. I can feel the resentment from here. Oh, God. Lordy Lou. Hey, Gran. Someone awaits you, someone who needs you, and you need that special someone yourself. You'll meet that person someday, or maybe you already have. Aw, Gran is just, you know, sweet on the rig. Really nice. So I don't know what I'm gonna need an apple for, but I'm gonna take it, I think. Sure, yeah. I'll take a mountain apple. Yoink. The only other thing that I can really think of is finding that fireplace. Because if I get some fire trapped in a magna, yes, then we can get back to that chest. I probably have to do that quickly too, because, well, if I don't take it there quick, it'll probably go out and turn into ashes. So, back to the forest. Even though I'm probably sure the mayor's all like, no, don't go back. Like, sorry, dude. Barkeep's gotta do what a barkeep's gotta do. Yeah, liquid hot magma. Oh yeah, check it out. Check it out. Combos of 3 and a hand of 4. Oh yes. I can make this work to my advantage real good. Pays to level up. Pays to level up. That's nice because it doesn't take too much to actually get back to this area over here, so I've been good to get there, yeah. Alright, that's one down. Ha! Well, you thought a rudimentary attack like that was going to get through me? That's cute. I mean, speaking of, though, I really do like the designs of the monsters that I've seen so far in this. Like, we've had a crazy serpent of a lake. We got these things that look like they're like a cross between like a tiger and a snake. And just that dragon that was crossed with the chameleon was really cool, too. Imagination was running high when they decided to start making some of these creatures. You just know that they had some really good talent. And that's Tri Crescendo for you. They're a really good company. It really is too bad, though, that Tri Crescendo hasn't really done all that much afterwards, from what I think I can remember. Oh yeah, there we go. Check-shot. And a reward? Another ice dagger. Very good. Let's see, I believe... Huh. I believe I'll pop out that buckler. It's not very good. We'll put that in. Hey, but for me, that is some pretty gosh darn great upgrades for going through the Moonglow Forest. Want to fight? Want to fight? Come on. Come on. Not that I've got all that really good amount of stuff in my inventory, but oh well. Oh, come on. Not to be having the photographs and everything, but really, need some attack magnus coming in here. Ah, thank you. Nice. Simple and quick. Yeah, short sword probably would have been nice, but I need my money. I need my gold. I love gold. Great. So let's go to Nunki Valley then. I don't see any reason to stay around in the village, to be honest. So this should be interesting, because if I remember correctly, Nunki Valley isn't a pushover. In fact, there's something very incredibly dangerous in here, if I remember correct. A lot of good loot here, though. And I'm always happy to get good loot. God, even the rendering for the 3D environments change when you go into a new area. They could have been super lazy and super cheap and just left it, you know? They could have been all like, oh yeah, we'll just make it so that, you know, it'll always be the same area that you go into for fighting and stuff like that, or we'll just make it random. Nope! Ooh, they put in the work. And I just got myself a really good defensive item. Frozen Shield. How do I get across to that? Oh! Whoops. I got a couple of them on my tail now. Might be a little tough. Do you know if I saw one of these things in real life, I would be absolutely freaked the hell out. I mean, they're really cool to see them in like a fantasy element, but just think about the logistics of having something of like this coming at you. Like, it's obviously got the body of a tiger, but then it's got, like, a snake fan, kind of like scorpion tail. And if that's not enough, I mean, it's literally got the head of a snake. Like, giant size. If I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw this thing at the foot of my bed, I would flip shit. That would be a flight or fight kind of situation, just like, how do I survive? Oh, safety hood. You can wear it if you want to. You can leave the hood behind. Oh, man. I tried to go for that. Fucking SSSSAAAAFFFF. Good old safety dance. Water spouts out suddenly and stops just as fast. After timer, it leaped just right to get across. Oh, yeah? Oh! No, we splashed ourselves a little bit. Want the timer jump better if we want to make it across. Oh, right. Yeah. There's actual water pressure. I didn't notice that for a second there, and I got dunked. Oh well. Man, this is a hand of nothing. What have you given me? Gosh darn it. Starting out, that happens sometimes. You just gotta get hands that are just complete kibosh. I think that's most of where the difficulty of Baten Kaitos comes from is, you know, deck builder or not, sometimes you're just not gonna have a favorable hand. Watch this. Like, it's at full health, so what's healing gonna do but allow me to combo into Blue Storm? For only 5 damage? Really? Oh, that's pathetic. Whoops. Just a little picture before I kill you. There you go. Haha, caught you with your trousers down. To the trash you go. Alright. Yeah, look at how good that ice shield is. Some of the flame comes at me and it's like, nah. Nah. And that's that. I wonder what it was guarding. Bamboo shoot or photo? I'll take a photo. Now, this is called an Unuk. The fearsome beast that lives in forests. It uses enormous fangs just for combat and swallows its prey in one gulp, just like a snake. But I tell you guys. Ooh, flame shield. Some really good shields around here to be found. So this is good that we're getting a couple of situational pieces of weaponry and armor and stuff like that, because it's gonna get really important to start using the correct element against things. I mean, not immediately, I don't think, but the game knows how to pull its punches. Like, it's not gonna stop and sit around forever and just wait for you to, you know, get your grasp on things. Okay, and yeah. Is this leading to the same area, or? Oh, okay. Very important that you reach Prickhead today. Can't let my good mood spoil. Alright. I'll use the explosives on these ones here. Oh, I got both of them. Alright. I wonder if that guy has anything to say in gratitude. Oh yeah, he does. See, once again, just small things like that that really make the game. NPCs noticing that you actually do things, having reactions to the stuff that you do in the game. That's really nice. Alley-oop. Ah, just one of them after all. All I have to do is take out one of them, that's fine. Though I have to be honest, I am kind of curious about all those bamboo shoots that I'm getting. Like, are they actually going to turn into something, I wonder? Have to be, you know? I would imagine it would do something. Come on, bring your best. That's all you got? Turning into a fried snake shish kebab. And it's gone. Yeah. Ooh, alright. Wasn't expecting Blue Storm to pop up, but great. It's a good finisher. Only reason I'm going back the way I am is I think that maybe one of these fights actually holds something on them. I'm not sure. That, and I kind of want to talk to that guy across the way. See what he has to say. Oh man, they got no defense against that. But something's pinging off in my mind, I have to admit. I feel like I'm being lured into a false sense of security here, because I'm pretty sure there's something somewhere around here that knows how to kick my butt within like 2 seconds. I'm not sure where it is. I forget. Oh, this guy over here is just freaking out. He's all like, ah! Explosives? Why would you do that? Oh, don't mind me. I'm just making life easy for villagers. With bombs, of course. Oh, is it these things? I'm gonna attack one just to try and figure it out. Oh yeah, these things do not look friendly. Here goes. Ah! Well, it looks like they attacked twice, and they've got a pretty decent amount of power behind them. Honestly, I'm glad I've got a lot of defensive options. Bad news. Otherwise. What a creepy looking thing. Oh, it's like some sort of like weird spirit. I mean, I wish I had the camera out with me so I could learn what exactly that thing was. Well, but if it gives me a shish kebab, that's all good. Obtained a secret recipe. Standing under this waterfall is part of my training. Plus, it's part of my Flap Smasher diet plan. Training every day is the best way to build up your body. You should give it a try. I didn't even know there was a guy behind there until I checked. However, what do we have here? Secret recipe number 1. Inflicts status ailment of sleep at a 1% chance. It's not good. I've devoted my life to finding special combos, and I've decided to write them down for future generations. The form of secret recipes. It's my life's work, so read carefully. Interesting. Not sure what that's going to do for me right now, but it seems neat. Alright, let's head the other way. Not even to Burkod. And just everything that I'm coming across so far is just gorgeous. Oh, love this game so much. And I'm so glad it was on sale. I mean, ordinarily I'd be paying upwards to like $70 or $80 just to get something like this. And for once, it is actually worth the price. You know, most times I'd be thinking, oh, I'm breaking my wallet or something like that. In this case, not so much. There's one of them. Come on. Ooh, alright. So it's kind of neat that you can do that. You can take a defensive position with one of those daggers and use it to your own benefit in such a way. Because I'm pretty sure you get an elemental resistance on those as well if you're using it for defense. Alright, chop her up. Gonna have snake meat on the barbecue for tonight. Nice. And another Unuk photo for me to sell later on. So, what's your deal? Enemies in this area aren't challenging enough for me. I can't get motivated to fight. All my success is to be expected since I'm privy to the secrets of combat. You're interested in hearing the secrets? I'll tell you some of what I know. No, I know what all these are. It's nice of him to offer that, though. If there's one thing that didn't leech away with the sands of time, it's the fact that I still remember how to fight really well when it comes to Baten Kaitos. Not the hardest thing in the world, but, you know, once you get the hold of it, hang of it, you know, it's easy enough to function. Alright, pay him back. You think fire would be not so great against those guys, but it actually still does a good amount of damage. It's the whole base stat sort of thing, I guess. Alright. Too bad I don't have another 8. That'd be really good for my deck right now. If I could get more 6s, if I could get more 8s, I think that would probably be the most beneficial for my deck structure at the moment. Because I'd like to get some more 3 of a kinds in that. Ooh, but I'm not turning down flame mail. I tell you, if you ever need some good armaments, just stay in this area for a little bit. I mean, what can I tell you? It's got good stuff. Alright, and with that, we're finally at Perkat, the ancient capital. We get to finally see this beautiful city. It's quite the place. Look at the engravings on the floor.
Oi, あれを見ろ.
I'm looking at it, Gallus, and I like what I see. Whoever had the idea to implement such gorgeous art within a JRPG like this, it's a genius and nothing but. I'll tell you that right now, you know? There's the airship.
ジャコモを倒すにはお前の助けが必要だ.
Hey, I'm with you all the way. Why me, though?
おっと待った。お前、やっぱりちょっと様子がおかしいから一応言っとくぜ。
Oh, I'm acting strange? You're the one chasing a vendetta with a guy I barely know.
いいか。戦いの時に精霊が発揮できる力は精霊付きとなった人間との結びつきの強さに左右されるんだ。結びつきってのはまあ信頼関係みたいなもんだな。
Ah, trust.
だからもしそれがなくなったら、例えば俺とお前が
So yeah, there's an actual genuine bond between Callus and you, and if you start to screw that up,
ギクシャクした関係になっちまったら
it's not good.
戦いで十分な力を出せなくなる。俺はお前を頼りにしてるし信頼もしてるつもりだけど、肝心のお前にその気がなきゃどうしようもないだろう。
Hey, fair enough, Callus.
お前から俺に何か言いたいことがあるときは、その結びつきってやつにもちょっとは気を使ってくれよってことさ。
Right.
それが戦いを有利に運ぶことにもなるんだ。わかるよな。
Yeah, I get that. Of course.
そうそう、そういうことさ。じゃ、行こうぜ。
Let's see, though. Let's see. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to find a flower around here. Hey, look! A tavern! Ooh, I feel at home. A nice little area. We got some little me-my type guys around here. It's cute. However, let me just look around for a little bit here. Just a small check here and there. Because I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure there's blue flower around here. Yeah, there we go. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and save our progress now that we've gotten to Perkat, the ancient capital. And I think, everybody, that is going to be it for the evening. Once again, I would like to thank everybody very much for coming on in and watching. I had an absolutely wonderful time playing Baten Kaitos today. This is the top tier of JRPGs, and in an HD format, I feel it is one of the best experiences this channel will ever have. So, definitely looking forward to playing this more. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Those are my stream times, and we're just going to be playing this going forward. Because I love it just that much. Anywho, a wonderful and happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody in the stream, and I hope you all have a wonderful night. We'll get the VIP machine going there. Find a VIP to raid on out too. And as usual, look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your family. Everybody important to you. Make sure you got food on the table, and that you got a roof over your head. That you're keeping warm during the cold months and cold during the warm months. And of course, make sure that you always got yourself some good Magnus on hand, because if you don't, you're probably gonna find yourselves in a whole heap and load of trouble if you fight some of the things that we fought today. I tell you. So, alright, we're gonna go raid Veritasu. That there is our wonderful, beautiful, and lovely raid message. Make sure to copy that. Post that into Veritasu's chat. Show him some of that Barkeep love. And again, happy St. Patrick's Day. Have a wonderful evening. This has been Barkeep, signing off for tonight. I'll see you guys later.